I have become aware of the fact that I am low key chronically online in the sense that a lot of my humor is from things online and jokes online, and the whole culture of reaction memes, and mainly the fact that I don't know if I want to call it a guilty pleasure. Like, I don't really have any other word to describe it, but like, I don't know if it's a weakness, but me personally, my favorite types of people that are on this internet, like one of my favorite types of people to see on the internet, are people who are seriously unserious. And to give a little more clarification, it's like people who you can tell they're being their authentic self, like they're not playing a character. Well, actually, that's kind of debatable if they're playing a character or not. For and when I say examples, y'all might be like, "Oh yeah, they're playing a character." But it's like they're being themselves, but when they're being themselves, they're just unserious people, and that's just them. It's like they're really just that unserious. And it's kind of funny to me. Those are the people who make the best moments for like reaction memes, like when they just come online and they say stuff and it's just like, why would you say that, or that's an absurd thing to say, kind of, or like that's just an unserious thing to say. But it's kind of like they're being themselves, but they're just that unserious of a person, or just that naturally funny of a person. And like I said, you can debate if they're playing a character or not. I don't know. That's up to you to not figure out, but like that's up to your perception. And there's so many people like this on the internet, and they go viral because it's just like they're just not serious people. Like, they're what we would call unserious. Like, my top 3 people, me personally, for when I'm like on the internet, the people who like just entertain me with what they say when they come on the internet, my top 3 people in no particular order. And also there are way more people who are like this, but you have Dr. Umar, Tokyo Tony, and Kevin Gates. And I pick those top 3 people because I just have a lot of moments of theirs that are on the internet just stick in my mind, low key. Not low key, high key, but like literally, they just have the most moments that stick in my mind. And also, there are many other people where it's just like whether their digital footprint just goes insane or crazy, but they also might have the same type of personality type. Like, I also think of Shamar as being on that list because he has a lot of different like reaction memes of him going around. No, but the most recent things that I find funny, so Dr. Umar, I recently saw this video. It's a viral video. I don't know if you've seen it, where he like literally ran up to these little girls that were walking a dog, and the dog had like white hair, and he was started yelling at the dog, "Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never," and he was calling the dog a snow puppy. Like, literally just insane behavior. Or Tokyo Tony being like, "I have no control right now, and let's be honest, but total control. Do you understand? Let me help you." And my thing is that I've memorized a lot of the things that these people have said. Like, whether it's a random reaction meme or whether it's something that these specific people said, it doesn't really matter. But I've always been like, I wish I could just talk in reaction memes in real life. But that's what makes me chronically online, in a sense. That's what made me aware, because it's like if my humor is solely based off something where you have to have seen it online, or like if you don't understand the reference, I'm gonna have to take out my phone and I'm gonna have to show you the reference so that you understand it. Like, that's what makes me chronically online, and that's what made me aware that I am chronically online, in a sense. I also want to mention, like, I keep going back and forth between being reflective on like my chronic onlineness and just speaking like just speaking as like, I don't know, speaking with the humor that I'm talking of, and being reflective. Like, I keep going back and forth. But another thing that is really funny, rest in peace Eric Mays, but his videos in those meetings, in those board meetings, so funny, one of the funniest things ever. Also, him versus Quincy, when Quincy was like, just like fumbling when trying to like get his point out, which relatable. I won't make fun of him for it. I mean, y'all can make fun of him for it, but like it's just still funny. You know, Eric Mays in those boardroom meetings is still one of the funniest things ever. Like I feel like he was one of those people. It's like serious but unserious at the same time, just naturally a really funny person. No, but like on a more reflective note, going back to the reflection of it all, um I feel like there's this little voice, especially when it comes to, I don't know, Tokyo Tony and like the three people that I named. I feel like sometimes there's a little part of like guilt, why I say guilty pleasure, because it's like sometimes I feel like I shouldn't be entertained by the things that these people say. You know, it's like sometimes I feel like I shouldn't be entertained by the things that these people say. Like, and sometimes it feels exploitative to use these people as like entertainment, to keep using these people like as entertainment every time they say something. People take it, people make it into a meme, make it into a joke, and something about it, it's just this little nagging voice sometimes within me that's like, something about this is telling me that I low key shouldn't be using this as entertainment, and this low key shouldn't be used as humor, and that this is low key kind of exploitative to them as like human beings almost. And I feel like that's why it's argued, are they playing a character and they want us to like use it as humor, or is it kind of exploitative? That's the little ethical side of it that's within me when I think about it. But I still find these things really funny. When people use these like clips as memes and stuff like that, I still find it funny. I still have a good laugh. But there's always that little voice within me when I'm just sitting alone. Like, is this exploitative, or do they want us to use it as entertainment, you know? But yeah, like I've been trying to reduce my use of TikTok, like how much I use TikTok, cuz I feel like that's how you stay grounded in reality. Also, going out more, interacting with people more in real life. And I feel like the internet has become so integrated with our real life. Like the two things just meet and they just integrate, which is why I feel like it's easy to be chronically online, especially if you don't go out and if you don't set up things to engage in real life and like being grounded in life and not the internet life that you have. Just feels so integrated and blended together. Like I don't know, there's a lot of blurred lines. Like there's not a clear separation almost between the two. And that's why I've been trying to use TikTok less. And I feel like it's been a good thing. I feel like it's definitely been a good thing. Definitely like set aside using Tik. I feel like TikTok is the main culprit. I don't know. It's something about it. Like, yes, you have Instagram Reels and you can scroll there too. I feel like anywhere where you can scroll is where you get caught up in like the internet of it all and being chronically online, where you just scroll and it only takes a second to scroll and you're just getting like micro doses of information, and you're getting information so quickly, you know? I don't know. It's just something about TikTok in particular over all of them, because I don't really use Instagram that frequently. I use Instagram to check people's posts of who I follow, but I don't use it that frequently. I feel like I use TikTok more frequently than like Instagram Reels, definitely. I hold on to YouTube. I feel like YouTube is the platform that is definitely, in my mind and how I use it, the most grounded to reality. In terms of like all the different social media platforms, I feel like YouTube is definitely the most grounded in reality. Because I feel like when you get on YouTube, I don't know about y'all, but like the people that I watch, it can depend either way. It depends on how you use the platform, is how I really see it. Cause I like, I don't know, I feel like there's something about commentary videos and story times, anything that just relates to a person's life when it comes to content. Like, I don't know, commentary can be kind of iffy because if the person is doing commentary on something that's tied to the internet, and like, you know, it feeds back into that loop of like the chronic onlineness and just being on the internet all the time, then that's not really good. But if it's commentary that's kind of like grounded, then I feel like that can be good. Or like vlogs, people vlogging their life, especially when they just have normal lives, ordinary lives, like people just showing their normal life, or people doing story times about things that have happened in their life. I don't know. I just favor that type of YouTube content over, for like if I want to stay more grounded, over scrolling on TikTok or over scrolling on Instagram Reels. You know? It's just something about YouTube to me that just will always speak to me the most. Or people who get online and just talk and speak their truth and like are just authentic, you know, that's also content that I really like. But yeah, that's the summary. I'm gonna post this. Bye.